Pairwise is a US-based food technology company. Our mission is to bring leaders in agriculture, technology, and consumer foods together, and do so to harness the transformative potential of new genomics technologies. So we really needed an application platform that could provide that to the team, the servers, the security, and the framework. And to fill those gaps, we chose Dash Enterprise as our go-to production application environment. They came to associate our transition to Dash with faster, nimbler development. We didn't take forever to do DevOps. We could put things in front of them and make changes so much quicker. And that really accelerated how we were able to deliver on the platform. So really those seamless partnerships between our experienced scientists and also our bench of technical application engineers. With that nimbler development, we were able to deploy 20 applications in our first year using that. We understood as we were going into this decision that we were choosing a platform that would be a foundational building block for this platform. With that, it needed a robust backend infrastructure, security, and support that is important and critical, but we also didn't want to spend time building ourselves. So we wanted to be able to solve that. We also had scalability limitations with open source. So our previous framework was a custom built Dash framework. And we had a series before we made this decision of bugs and downtime that was starting to hinder our development, focusing more on what users couldn't see and less on those new features in that nimble development. And similarly, other open source frameworks couldn't handle what we projected to be the large data size that we were going to hit. It's something that we wanted to make sure that the memory could handle it, and also the backend Kubernetes that's offered by Dash Enterprise was a really strong pull, because we wanted to make sure that we could scale as our data scaled and we wouldn't have to transition in the future. But all of this are the predefined experiment types that our scientists want to run. And rather than detailing it and sending a whole protocol, we've enabled point and click experimental selection. From there, in this middle panel, is where the 5 to 2,000 samples in a single copy paste is done. So this is where we needed to make sure that our users could input it, and it was super easy for them. So using Dash Enterprise and Plotly, we're able to show this view that has enabled our scientists to collect these samples, do this process that's really a change of scale accurately and efficiently, and make sure that we don't make any errors. And so this application was built to enable quick, responsive data delivery on over 10,000 samples and up to 25 experiments per week. We transitioned at Pairwise from producing megabytes to hundreds of gigabytes of data every single week. Roughly 2,000 samples get sent to bioinformatics analysis at once. Each of them has a preset constraint around the variables and also which analysis it gets processed through. We were able to automate all of that, and this visual allows our team to look across all of the samples, ranging from 2 per analysis, as you can see here, up to 150. I think 4 hours sometimes they can get this data out, which is a drastic change from what used to happen. It was, I think, up to 2 weeks before. So really cutting down, I think, 7-fold. All of this, it's really handling 2 scales, thousands of samples coming off at the same time, gigabytes of data, but caring about that individual cell right there and making sure that it's accurate. So really being proactive and using Dash to show those visuals that enable our scientists to really understand, okay, there might be something that's going to happen here, and be able to look into it before it actually becomes a problem. So investing in Dash Enterprise as our platform for scientific analytics workflows really increased the pace of application development and enabled us to create what I consider our digital mirror for science, accelerating science, as it says, going from 2 weeks to a single day, 7 times the acceleration of data review, meant all of our experiments sped up that amount of time. And as we're doing more experiments faster, it means that we've really accelerated that scientific innovation across the platform. Quite the problem. We were trying to scale the team from 2 to 10 and also build a platform. So all of that growth, we really needed to show to leadership that it was worth it to scale very quickly, and also see that return on investment. So, and get them onboarded quickly. Again, going back to that single language really helped that because they didn't have to learn both or figure out how we worked with both in order to come on and deliver. We established 20-minute styling, and also, as you saw in those apps, we have a consistent look across our applications. It's really helped our user adoption, and it also means that we don't have to spend as much time training users. They just adopt and use it, and we can focus more on engineering. We had celery, we had long callbacks that were able to make sure that that large data didn't become a hindrance to moving forward. We also didn't have to spend time configuring that. Dash just already had that available for us when we needed it. If you have a ton of Python developers already, they'll take to it really, really quickly and really enable them to focus on the applications they're developing and handling large data, rather than the server error. And as you saw, it's efficiency not just in diversity, but also scale and consistency, and really making sure that those become the tenets across our applications and the entire platform.